Hello guys, welcome to another video, and the season is finally over. Arsenal have ended it with a 2-1 win against Southampton. We'll be getting into that. We'll be getting into the comments of Victor Gyökeres. He was asked about Arsenal and further transfer news as well as the end of season awards in this video too. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe and the like as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. So a 2-1 win. It was nice to see Martin Odegaard score. That's what he can do when he's sort of up for it, when he's in those zones. He can really score some special goals, so it was nice to see him on the score sheet. Also really important to see David Raya reclaim the Golden Glove, although it was shared, although we conceded yet another corner kick. I think going into next season, we need to improve defending corner kicks. Well and good scoring from them, but if we're conceding as many as we are at the minute from corners as we are scoring, there's literally no point. But I'm sure Nicholas Hover will do his homework over the summer to improve our defensive set pieces. But well done to David Raya. There's been a lot of talk about Joan Garcia, but guys, we have a Golden Glove winner who's won it in consecutive seasons, and we cannot just say we need to replace him with someone like Joan Garcia, because he is a really special goalkeeper. And I think the beautiful emotional moment was Kieran Tierney getting on the score sheet as well. Really good goal in the box, and I'm going to miss him. You know, he's not a cult hero, he's not a legend, but he's just somebody that you really like. What he brings to the club, to the dressing room, the moments he's provided. He's one of the few players in this new players we've got in the squad that's actually won an FA Cup. So fair play to him. Actually won a trophy anyway. So fair play to Mr. Kieran Tierney. I'm sure, you know, we'll probably see him around. It looks as though he's going to go to Celtic. It will be a nice little move for him, and it'll be interesting to see how he does in the future. But even today, I thought he was pretty good. You know, some great balls into the box. And I'm just thinking, if we've got an actual striker, the things that he can do would be really special. We've also got some comments from Mikel Arteta talking about the season. He says, Arteta on when his mind turns to next season. He says, now immediately 100%. Tomorrow we have certain things we are discussing and making decisions. When I start to think about it next season, I feel goosebumps and excitement. That fills us with fans with a lot of excitement and goosebumps as well to see Arteta's ready for next season already. Obviously, on the whole, we'll talk about this a bit later. Second place finish, 10 points behind Liverpool, Champions League semi-final, semi-final of the Carabao Cup, first round knockout to Man United in the FA Cup. All of these, it doesn't sound as bad as it actually is. It's just that we haven't really got any hands on silverware in the past 3-4 years, and I think that's is weighing heavy. But we can feel excited for next season. If we make the right signings, the right decisions, we put ourselves with a real chance. I really do think everyone's fit with 2-3 more great additions to the squad, level raisers. There is no reason why we can't go on to win the Champions League or win the Premier League or win both, actually. That needs to be the objective. Start of the season, we've tasted a quarter-final the season before. This season's semi-final has to be a final and has to be to win it next time round, because we have the squad, we have the players that can certainly do that. And I mean, talking about players who can certainly do that, here is Victor Gyokeres. Let that run a little bit. But let's have a listen to what he's got to say about Arsenal. He was asked about Arsenal by this journalist, so just have a little listen and we'll talk about it.
Let's see. It's hard for me to say because, yeah, it's football. You never know what's going to happen in the summer. So for me to say anything else than that is, impossible.
But the rumors that are going on about Arsenal, do you know anything about it?
I don't know. I just focus on this. I try to focus on these last games because they've been so important. I don't want to think about anything else. If anything is true, let's see in the summer, as I said.
And there you have it, Victor Gyökeres commenting pretty much the answer you would expect, but it is an answer. You know, during the season, he was like, I don't even want to say any elaboration on it. I'll focus on sporting. But this is the first time he's like, we will see in the summer if something is there. You know, he's almost open. You know, Fabrizio Romano himself has said that Victor Gyökeres is certainly going to leave. Will it be to Arsenal? Will it be to United? That's what we need to find out. But obviously today, a top performance from him again. He won a penalty in the last minute for his team to equalise the game against Benfica in the cup final. So you can tell, you know, he is a minerals player. He scored the penalty really comfortably as well. And his team went on to win it, of course. But Victor Gyokeres, he's obviously a brilliant sharpshooter, loves to score, good mentality as well. We'll see, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of his profile. I'd prefer Sesko, but, you know, Victor Gyokeres is certainly no scrub of a player. But Let's get on to that. David Ornstein sort of provided more of an update on this. He says Arsenal have a decision to make still between Sesko and Gyökeres. I do expect one of them quite possibly to come to Arsenal this summer. There's loads more to do at Arsenal as well. They'll try to renew the Partey contract. No outcome yet. Maybe a defender and a second choice goalkeeper. And it's quite interesting. No sort of talk on a winger, which would be quite disappointing. If we only got a striker, a defender and a second choice goalkeeper, I'd be livid. I would actually be genuinely livid if that's our summer. I really, even reading that has made me angry to think we're only going to get what? Okay, we get a Victor Gyokeres or a Benjamin Sesko. We get a second choice goalkeeper and we get another centre half. Of course, Zubamendi is there, but that we've known that's done for a while. That's underwhelming. I don't know about you guys, but for me, listening to that, and maybe it's just David sort of saying a winger is something which should happen because Sterling is leaving. It's pretty obvious that he doesn't need to speak about it, but if that's it, I would be very, very disappointed. And, well, in talking about disappointment, let us do our own little review of the season. You guys, let me know in the comment section below as well. Please, all of these different criteria, put yours down below, so we'll be going for it. Player of the season, Timber, Saka, Gabriel, Declan Rice. For me, those four have been absolutely phenomenal. Partey's not been bad as well, but I almost just want to give it to Julian Timber. I think if Gabriel was fit for the whole season, he would have won it for me, but I feel like Julian Timber has to win it. Off the back of an ACL, to play as many minutes as he has, to the quality he has, that is player of the season worthy for me. It really, really is a heroic sort of performance. He could have been unsung hero as well, but he was just so good that I think player of the season makes sense due to the context of what happened the season before. Young player of the season for me could either be Lewis Skelly or Waneri, but for me it's definitely Lewis Skelly. The performance he's put up, that Bernabeu away performance was absolutely ridiculous. This guy is a world-class superstar. He really is going to reach the very, very top, and I think, you know, Waneri's done fantastic things this season, but Lewis Skelly, from a defensive position to make the impacts he's done, is really impressive. Most improved player. This is quite difficult to think of in the moment. There's a lot of players in there. Odegaard's been poor. I can't give it to Martinelli. Trossard's come up trumps, but he's always been doing that. Havertz, I'd say, I don't know. I think it would have to be Ethan Waneri. I'd have to just give it Ethan Waneri. That's where you know, Gunners, that we've had so many injuries that nobody can actually stake a claim to have improved massively. I'm probably missing someone off the top of my head, just doing this off the cuff. But for me, Ethan Waneri can have that one. In terms of unsung hero, I could have given it Timber, but I'm going to give it to Mikel Merino. I know we didn't win anything in the end, but his ability to go into the centre forward role in a time of need and perform to the levels he has is really, really good stuff. Disappointment of the season, it's got to be Martin Odegaard. I know he'll be back to his best though, so I don't even want to talk about that too much. Maybe you guys have different reasons or different players, but mine would be sort of Martin Odegaard. Performance of the season, collectively as a team, 3-0 Real Madrid, Bernabeu, 3-0, sorry, at home. Could have been the Bernabeu game as well. Could have been City at home. But for me, most definitely, 3-0 at home against Real Madrid, really, really good. And that leads on to nicely the goal of the season, Declan Rice, that free kick. I think it was the second one, which was better. The top corner one, for me, is definitely the goal of the season. And anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. I was actually asked to promote Kroenke out, and I didn't feel comfortable with this. I don't feel like the timing is right, but I wanted to let you guys know, what do you think? Are you Kroenke out, or you make Arsenal great again? I don't really do commissions like this. I just don't feel like it's right. The club, you know, we're still improving, but after this summer, that opinion of mine could change. So let me know. Obviously, I'm not going to do this sort of thing that was asked to me by an Arsenal fan, but are you Kroenke in, Kroenke out, or are you dependent on what happens this summer? Anyway, guys, that's it for now, and until next time, peace.